So I'll just be using some scrap wood. You can make this as big as you want, but I'm running out of wood, so this is all I have. So you'll need a piece of pine wood like this. I'll leave a link for this in the description. You can buy a big piece of it for really cheap, and you'll need a piece of scrap wood like this. And that's all you'll need to build it. There's multiple different ways you can cut out the piece. You can use a jigsaw, or you can use a bandsaw, or if you don't have those, you can get thinner wood that isn't as thick and just use a handsaw to cut it out. But I'll be using the bandsaw. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a square on this. It's going to be about 5 by 5 inches. Okay, so I drawn the square. This square is 5 by 6 inches, and then I just drew a handle right here. And these measurements do not have to be exact. You can make this as big or small as you want it to be. And you can draw the handle however you want it. I also drew some curves on here, so make sure to cut those out too. Now I got the piece cut out. This is what it looks like so far. Now take your other piece of scrap wood and you'll need to cut 2 4-inch pieces from this. And this cut right here will be at a 35-degree angle. And these 2 cuts are straight. So just 2 4-inch pieces with a 35-degree angle right here. Also, if you don't have a miter saw, you can use a jigsaw too, or a handsaw. But this is the easiest way to cut it. So this is the first piece. Now do the second piece. The second piece is the one with the 35-degree angle. So now I have 2 4-inch pieces. One with just straight cuts, and then one with the 35-degree angle. And now go ahead and sand down all your pieces. Alright, so I got the piece all sanded down. Now I'm going to show you what to do now. Also, if you're liking this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. I'll grab some tape and put it around this piece right here. So now only stain the top piece right here. The bottom piece will not be stained, only the piece above the tape. And also stain the 4-inch pieces you cut out earlier. This is almost done now. I'm just going to let it dry, but there's still one more thing to do before it's done. I'll show you what these wood pieces do as soon as they're done drying. And if you're selling this, you can offer in different sizes and stain colors. You can also offer to write the person's name on it. There's all kinds of different things you can do with this to customize it if you're planning on selling it. And these are super cheap to make. They only cost about $2 to $4 depending on what size you build it. And you can offer all kinds of different customizations to it. So you can easily sell this for like $20 or $25. And your profit, it's like 80% profit. So it should be just about done drying by now. So I'm going to show you what you do next. So now take this piece and glue it onto here. And I know my workshop is a mess. And now take this piece and glue it onto the back. Alright, so it's done now, and now I'm going to show you what it does. I'm going to be building another low-cost, high-profit build that you can make without electric tools and The thing about this is people won't usually just buy one, but they'll buy like 50 or 100 of them. So let me show you how to build it. It's an extremely popular product and almost no one is selling it handmade. So let's get started. So the first thing you need is a piece of backing board like this. You can get a whole sheet of this for a couple dollars. Grab some black spray paint and paint this whole thing black. While that's drying, you'll need some of these. You can get these at Home Depot or Lowe's, and they're strips of wood. You'll just need a couple of these. Using a handsaw, a jigsaw, or a table saw, you can cut these to the length of the backing board. So while the paint is drying, I'm going to sand these down. I'll use a scrap piece of wood for the spacer. So now take some wood glue and glue the wood strips to the piece of backing board. And if you're liking this video so far, make sure to like and subscribe for more and go check out some of my other videos too. And now just let it dry and then it's done. So what people do with these is they buy them in packs and then they nail them to their wall and they can make an accent wall. Right now, it's a very popular product and it's in demand and there's not that many people selling it. So it's a great product to build and sell. So the thing about this product is people won't just buy one of them. Depending on how big you make them and how many they need, sometimes they'll buy like 50 or 100 of them to do a wall. So if you're selling them for $10 each and they need 100 of them to do a whole wall, that would be $1,000. So the first thing you'll need is a piece of wood like this. I'll put a link for this in the description. Also, I'll put the link for the tools I'm using in this video in the description, so if you want to, you can check them out. So what you'll need is a 10-inch piece right here, cut at 20-degree angle, a 7-inch piece cut at 30-degree angle, and a 4-inch piece. So I'm going to be using the miter saw. If you don't have a miter saw, you can use a jigsaw or a handsaw too. It just takes a little bit longer to cut the pieces. And now just grab some sandpaper and sand them down. And now I'm going to grab some wood glue and glue everything together. So first take your 10-inch piece and put it like this. And then get your 7-inch piece and glue that to the 10-inch piece. Now take your last piece and glue it right here like this. And here's what it looks like so far. And now I'm just going to let this dry for a few hours. Also, there's all kinds of different ways you can personalize this to get more money for it. You can offer to write people's names on it, or you can offer in different stain colors or options. There's all kinds of different ways you can customize this to get more money for it. So the first thing you're going to need is a 2x4. This is like 20 inches long, but it doesn't matter because we're going to cut it to like 4 or 5 inches anyway. There's multiple different ways you can cut this. You can use a jigsaw, or you can use a handsaw, or you can use a miter saw. I'm going to be using the miter saw. So take your straight edge and measure 4 inches. And now do 1.5 inches and 2 inches. So this is 1.5 inch. From here to here, it's 1.5 inches. And from here to this line, it's 2 inches. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut right here. And now cut between these two lines right here. So cut right here and right here. You can use a handsaw for this, or you can use a bandsaw, whatever you want. And now take a chisel and chisel this piece out right here. And now grab your straight edge and make an X right here. And take your drill bit and drill right here in the center. So this is optional, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to do it because I think it makes it look different and stand out more. So I'm just going to cut a 20-degree angle on this. So now I'm just going to grab some sandpaper and sand this down. So this is done now, and you can paint this or stain it in whatever color you want. Before we test this out, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. So what this does is, it's a phone holder, but it's a sound amplifier. So now I'm going to use some of this spray paint and spray paint this. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of wood like this. This one is like 24 inches long, but we're going to cut it to make it smaller. And I'll put a link for all the products I'm using in the description. Now, the remaining 6 inches of the wood will be for the sides. So draw a line at 3 inches. So now cut right here, and right here. So now you should have 2 3-inch pieces and 2 9-inch pieces. Now I'm going to use the bandsaw to cut this piece out. So I got the piece cut out. Don't worry about the lines not being straight. They don't have to be straight for this project. I'll get some sandpaper and sand these 2 pieces down. So now I'm going to glue this piece onto this piece. So now I'm just going to let this dry. And now grab your 3-inch pieces that you cut out earlier. So now I'm going to use the bandsaw and cut right here and right here. Actually, never mind, it's too big for the bandsaw, so we're just going to use a handsaw instead. So I accidentally cutted the line right here and then realized it should go here. But since this is just for video, it's fine. And now take your side pieces and glue them on right here and right here. So when it's done, just sand it down one more time and then stain it whatever color you want. I'll be using this stain right here. So that's it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.